Hey everybody. Thanks for joining me on my channel today with Amy's Creative Acrylics. I'm Amy. Hello. As you can see by my table, I've had an epic fail. So I'm sorry for the messy table, but I didn't want to waste all this paint. So I scraped what I had, and then that's what I'm using for my base now. So I'm using the same colors as before. This is mostly it's Payne's gray on the bottom here. We do have a little bit of Purple Lake, Dioxazine Purple from Creative Inspirations. All three of those are from Creative Inspirations. And then I also have Decoart's Metallic Amethyst. I'll show you Creative Inspirations, Payne's Gray, Purple Lake, and Dioxazine Violet. The violet was totally not my vibe on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these two. I'm going to just be using the Dioxazine Purple and then the Decoart's Metallic. I'm going to layer them in a cup. And I think I'm just going to kind of do... I don't really know, because I don't really want like just straight lines. So this is what's throwing me off, because I tried to do something earlier and it did not really turn out quite as I wanted to. But actually I don't think I'm gonna layer it. I think I'm just gonna pour my colors down side by side, or however I want to do it in that design, and then I'm going to use some more Payne's Gray, and I'm going to just swipe over it a little bit just to kind of maybe hopefully get a little bit of cells. Let's see here what I got from there. I'm going to get a little cup here. Then I'm going to pour some Dioxazine Purple in just to use as my swiping color. I think I'm going to use a little bit. Maybe not. I was thinking about using a little bit of silicone, but I'm not finding it. So I guess that means don't use silicone, Amy. So I won't use silicone. So, but I'll still have that there. So I'm just going to kind of pour some of this down, and then I'm just going to do a little bit at a time with each color, and then just kind of see if I can get it to kind of do what I want it to do. I'm looking at using this painting as an up and down. So I just want some random styles, and then I want to use some gold leaf on it after it's all dry and I can embellish it. So yeah, let's see. And now these paints are mixed with just Floetrol and water. I feel like it's a little thick, so I'm just going to put a little bit of water in here real quick. Sorry about that, but yes, I have quite the mess on my table here. And I just put a new tablecloth down. Or these are shower curtain liners. I get them from Walmart for like 97 cents. So that's what I use for my table to line it. And then, you know, you throw it away. I don't throw it away after every single pour, unless it's like this. Like this one I'm definitely going to throw away when I'm done, because this looks terrible. Sometimes if I just do like a small canvas, and, you know, I can put some paper towels down over it in between, and so it doesn't look so terrible. And I don't feel like I'm just throwing out, you know, plastic after plastic. It's still really thick. is the Creative Inspirations Dioxazine Purple. I really love their colors. I get them from Jerry's Artorama. Very reasonable price. Their pigment is, I think it's beautiful. I mean, it's vibrant. It's a little bit of paint goes a very long ways. I mix my colors 1 part paint to 2 parts Floetrol, and then I just kind of add water as needed. It's a little bit better. It's even a mound on a mound, but mix this one up real quick here and just put a little bit. This is the Decoart, which that doesn't need as much water in there. It usually is pretty good. And the Decoarts, I do 1 part paint to 1 part Floetrol, and then just a little bit of water as needed. Depending on what I'm doing, I don't really put much water in it, but it just varies. So let's get started here. I think. Hey everybody, thanks for, I guess, joining back. I've been working on this piece, and then when it dried, this color here is just a little bit darker, so I figured I decided to go back through and just hand paint over this color. I'm going to do some gold leaf on this as well, so I just wanted this just to be a little bit where you can kind of see it. I've done a couple rows here and I dried them, so that's perfect. I don't want it to be bright, just a little bit more of a difference rather than this is just dried so dark. So I figured I would just kind of quickly turn the camera on and do this. But I'm just literally going right through like where the angles are, because I still want it to look like it's flowing. Obviously it's going to be a little bit different because I'm hand painting rather than just being the fluid part, but I figured once I do the gold leaf on there, it's going to kind of camouflage anything that's left, you know, where if there's a line or something like that. But I am trying really hard to make sure that I don't really leave any lines and it's really soft. Got a little, there we go, a little line there. You know, I'm probably on camera and I'm sorry, I don't normally go on camera only because, oh, I don't even want to talk about it, but ever since I hurt my back, I've gained a lot of weight, and like I don't even like looking at myself in the mirror. Sorry. It always makes me cry because I used to always have a lot of confidence in myself. I've never been like a skinny girl or anything like that, but I just really don't like the way I look right now. And with the issues that I have, like, it's really hard. I can barely walk across the street and back to the mailbox without being in excruciating pain. So exercising is really hard for me. But anyway, sorry. But anyway, off that subject. So I'm just trying to go through and just kind of darken it up some, make the color a little bit more, just a little bit more noticeable. I really don't want it to be super bright or anything like that. And so the way this is, it's going to dry like this here, which is perfect because, like I said, I don't want it to be super bright. Sorry, I still got the pins on the back. My thumbtacks in there. So if you don't want to watch me finish these two areas, or here's a small one, here's one, and here's one, and this one, so I guess 4 areas. Oh, sorry. You can fast forward it, or, but like I said, I'm just taking my paintbrush. I have a soft little bit of an angle brush here because I do have, like, some spots are thinner, and and this is kind of more, not really super firm, but it is definitely, it's definitely not a super soft brush. Sorry. So I just want kind of, I'm trying not to leave too many spots where, like, it shows that I lift the brush up. So where I kind of see a little bit of that, I just kind of lightly go back over it with the paint. I was so excited how this got, when it was finished with this one. Then when it dried, I was kind of bummed, but I was like, that's an easy fix. Just go back through it and kind of slowly. This one's a little bit of a bigger area. It's exactly the same paint, obviously with no Floetrol or anything in there doing this. I just poured it out of the container, the bottle, onto my paper plate here. And like I said, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect on the edges and stuff, because I mean, I'm trying to do it as perfect as possible, but if it isn't, that's okay, because I'm going to go back in with the gold leaf and that will cover that up. So I didn't want to not do a video of this part just because I think, like, when the first part of the video is done, you would definitely notice that the color difference. So let's see. see here. Sorry, the light from the camera is. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the gold leaf. I think I'm gonna do gold. I have some really cool ones here that I got some time ago, but it actually has gold, silver, and copper, which is really cool. Gold leaf is really fun to work with. The silver I've used. The gold I have not used yet, but I think that's what I'm going to use here. But that'll stay open just to show you the different ones. And then also the copper. So no, I don't want to use the copper with this, but it's pretty cool. Like all three colors came into the pack. It's HBF, happy your life. Anyway, I got it off of Amazon. I'm definitely not going to use the copper one. And yeah, I'm kind of debating on that. I think I definitely want to use the gold. I know I had a picture. Let me see if I saved it. Oh shoot, I suppose I didn't. I seen a picture, maybe I seen it on Pinterest. Whoops. Yes, this is the picture. Obviously it's not, oops, so it's gonna take me to. But obviously it's not the same colors exact, but this is kind of where I got the idea from. So, and this one has gold. So I think I'm definitely going to use gold. I seem to use silver quite a bit, but I really, really like how that looks on there with the gold. Okay, so you want to get a brush. I have a paintbrush that I use only for this. But it's kind of a bigger brush, and I don't think I want to use that big of one. So I'm gonna find one in here that's a little bit smaller, but not one of those. Maybe this one will work because it's a cheap brush. You can tell it's cheap. But because I do want the lines to be finer, I don't want to have really thick lines. Just like on that picture, they were more finer. So, and I use speed balls. What is it called? Metal leaf adhesive. I think I got that off of Amazon as well. Works really super well. So I think, let's see, I'm just gonna kind of start off here in the middle. And you put it on, oops. You can see it's kind of almost all the way dried there, so I'll start on that end. And I don't, because I'm doing finer lines of it, I'll just pull pieces off because it's very fine. It breaks away pretty easily, and I'll just lay that on there. And then once I get it laid all the way across, then I'll go back. Oops, that didn't even need to be that thick either. But see, it's really fine. I don't know if you can see how fine it is. Just a real light. That worked out nice with the curve on it. Look at there. And now I'll just leave that on there and let that dry, and then I'll go ahead and work on another line. And I don't know if you want to, I don't think I'll continue to like keep having it, the video roll, because it's gonna take time to do this. So, but you get the gist of what I'm doing, and then I'll bring you back when I start to take the leaf off. Okay, oops. A little bit too far there. Sorry about that. Okay, so now that this is all dried, just take another paintbrush and then you're just going to slowly, not too rough, but you want to kind of get all that loose taken off of here. Usually I don't use this big of a brush to do this. I have one that's kind of like half the size, but they're all wet. I've been doing some other paintings with them, and so they're all wet. And you want to definitely use a dry brush. Just kind of keep going through them all until you get all that extra off. Yeah, this is the perfect width for these. This is really what I really wanted. So when I finished putting the paints on, then you just let it all dry. I'd say for about an hour or so. I think it's probably actually been, I don't know, maybe an hour or two. I just kind of let it dry and went and did something else in the house. But it comes off pretty good. You don't want to use your hands to pull it off or anything like that. Just use a brush. Oh, I really like that. That looks really pretty. I'm glad I went with the gold. I was debating on the silver because a lot of the stuff in my house, as far as decor wise goes, was like grays, some of the silver chrome kind of stuff, and then lots of purples and blues. And so I thought maybe the silver would probably go better with the house, but I'm looking to put this piece going down my stairs. I have really tall walls down going down to the basement. And I have one wall that's kind of on the thinner side, not really huge, big wall, but that'll going up and down like this would be perfect. And I love this. And so now I'll just let this set. You can either put resin over the top of it or varnish. I'm not 100% sure about varnishing over the top of this stuff, so I'll have to look into that, but I think resin would be just beautiful because it's gonna also just pop it out, you know, put that nice glass finish on it. Yeah, that looks awesome. I really like that. But, yeah, there you go. Simple, easy way to embellish a painting. This is that Payne's gray. Still has a little bit of a tint to it, but it's beautiful. I really like it. But I do appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully this video is not too long with this. I'll try to cut some of it up so it's not too much longer. And yeah, please let me know in the comments below if you like it and what you think. If you have any ideas about the varnishing over the top of or over the top of gold leaf, I'm not sure. I've never varnished over the top of when I've done gold leaf, so I don't really know yet. So I'll have to look into that to see if I need to for sure do resin over the top of it, which I think I kind of want to, just because I want it to just be all nice and glossy looking. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed my video and you will like and subscribe and share. I'm trying to build my channel up. If you have any ideas of anything you want me to try, also all my art is for sale. You can email me at amyscreativeacrylics@gmail.com. Also have an Etsy shop. I'll put that in the description as well. And then I also have my Instagram, which has a lot of different art pieces that I've made before I did videos. So if there's anything there you like, you can just either DM me on Instagram or just shoot me an email. And I'll put all that info in the description. But thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully everybody is doing well. I can bring it down here for a quick close-up. so you can kind of see it closer. I didn't even turn the light on. It's nice and sunny outside, so. But yeah, I really like it. That gold leaf just kind of sets it off perfectly. I'm really excited about that. All right, but thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully everybody keeps being healthy and safe from COVID, and I appreciate you watching, and keep being creative. Bye.